I'm Haley. I'm your Eco Rep for Myers Community Council, and today I'm talking about our Compost Tumbler. It is a pilot program that I'm working with the Office of Sustainability and Housing on. So, compost is just nutrient-rich soil that is made up of 4 components, which are air, water, nitrogen, and carbon. The nitrogen is made up of the food waste that goes in here from compost, like in the small bins in the kitchens that are placed around campus. The carbon is made up of anything that once was living but now is not. So this can include paper materials, dead leaf matter, any pine straw, just anything around that. And then the air is from the turning of the side of it, and the water will be added through just water going through all the steps. They can be referenced on the sign over here. So first we have to unlatch the door. This is best if it's in an upward position. So you Once it's unlatched, you take your food waste, which can either be from your own dorm or from the kitchen ones like these. So we take it out, we dump all of the food waste. There are some carbon materials in that, but that's not a big deal at all. Alright, and then after food waste, you want to add carbon. For every 1 part food waste, you want 2 part carbon. So we'll go to the carbon collection. And you can just bring the whole thing over here. So since that wasn't a lot of food waste, we don't need that much carbon. I'd say like a solid handful like that would be plenty. So then we added our 1 part food waste and our 2 parts carbon. So next, this is as necessary, but if you look in and see it's not really all too wet, you can add water. This has already been filled. This is a small amount of water, and this is a large amount of water. So depending upon how much is in there, you can judge it based on your own common sense. So we'll add a little bit of water, since we just add so much carbon. Just generously pour it in. But if it's too wet, you shouldn't add any. Just kind of know by looking at it. Alright, so once you add that, you can close the door. And then after that, you want to rotate it 3 times. So I usually do want to see this one 3 times. And you can do it more or less times, but 3 is the suggestion. Alright, so another feature we have on our compost tumbler is this QR code. If you scan it with the camera on your phone, then it has an option for you to put in lots of information, like how is the compost smelling, how does it look, is it wet, what's the temperature, and this also is where these come in handy. This gauges the temperature, and this gauges moisture level, so if you put those in a generous amount and wait a few minutes, you can tell both of those, and that really helps us just know how the compost is doing, if it's working, if everything's breaking down like it's supposed to, and it really helps give us good feedback. Alright, so after this compost is done breaking down in all of its glory, then it will be turned into a really nutrient-rich soil, which we'll be using for a Myers community project. This compost tumbler is located on the front left side of Rutherford. If you ever want to use it, it's here for all residents, not just Rutherford, to use. For the future, we really want to implement this in more places because food waste can really create a lot of methane when it's in landfill, especially in large amounts. So by using compost, we're able to reduce those methane emissions and create a nutrient-rich soil for all of our plants around the community and here in UGA.